fans, Jay Wellington Rollfeld here, and I just popped out of a game that potentially threatens to steal all of your free time. Warframe. Yes, the highly polished third-person action shooter adventure mission-based thingamajiggy is currently in open beta. Should you mark the release on your calendar after installing the open beta and getting your Funyun and Do combo pack so that you can play for hours on end? Or will this be just another online lackluster shooting game? I'm looking at you, Huxley.
Warframe is a third-person shooter with a large, very detailed RPG overlay on top of it. I'm told it's like Mass Effect, though I've never played the game before.
You haven't played Mass Effect?
Is what the Colonel would say, but he's not here, so let's ignore his dumb head. Warframe also has no overworld, but rather a giant map of missions. Just click on a mission, do it, collect a reward, upgrade your guns and armor, and repeat ad infinitum. The game also emphasizes online team play by making it easy to join friends or strangers on missions.
Essentially, you just click on a mission you'd like to do, and you pop into a session with people already in it, barring there is a session available. And if there isn't, you can create your own, and people can join in on yours. And if you'd rather just play with a select group of friends and no strangers, then you can create a private session. And if you don't have any friends, and you don't want to play with people, then you can play alone, but you level a lot slower, and all the rewards are less, and there's just really no point in it. It's just, you know, go make some friends. Have some fun times. Try to smile.
So what's the gameplay actually like? Well, this. Pretty righteous, eh? The third-person shooting aspect is just one part of the combat system, which can be boiled down into just a few areas: shooting, melee, special, and acrobatics. The shooting feels just about as good as it does with any other shooter, though the third person is definitely a switch if you're used to FPS games. Melee could be better since there's no auto-target, so it's a bit unsatisfying to melee because you never really focus on them, and it's really easy to run past them or turn too quickly. Think MMO spell wielding, but with melee attacks. Your specials are great, ranging in abilities from possessing the enemies, to turning them on one another, to powerful burst attacks. This game's greatest strength, though, is with the acrobatics. You're essentially a ninja. You can run up walls, run across walls, backflip off of walls, do crazy jumps, and do this. Good God, that's fun.
The RPG elements of this game are quite deep for somebody who's just used to character leveling. In this game, you can level up your armor, which you can also interchange and get a ton of different configurations with. You can level up your weapons. Your weapons also have ability slots, and your armor also has ability slots. So there are seemingly endless combinations of how you can have one frame with tons of different weapons and different abilities in each of them. It's almost too much, and you can see how choice just tends to cripple me in the Borderlands 2 review. And for somebody like me, I'd much rather prefer one configuration that I can tweak to be what I want it to be, not just everything in the world. But I completely recognize that this is a personal thing, and it's probably due to laziness. So if you are a fan of tweaking systems, this is going to be the game for you.
But all that good doesn't mean this game's perfect. For one, the navigation system needs a serious overhaul. For example, look at this. Clearly, I'm supposed to go through this door to get to the end of the level, but the door is locked. You can't unlock it, so we all assume it's a glitch. Maybe something didn't spawn, or the door actually didn't unlock because of some event that didn't happen. So after 10 minutes of backtracking, I find out, no, we were being pointed in the right direction, but we had to go 5 stories up and go down that hallway to get to the exit. I mean, come on, guys, you could do better than this. There's also next to no narrative engagement, something I personally thrive on to drive me forward in non-competitive games. That alone makes it a bit difficult to want to dive back into the game after not playing for a while. The acrobatic jumps are also sometimes hard to control, and going through the same 20 areas put together in new ways does get old eventually, but does that mean you shouldn't play this game?
Well, that depends. If you rely on story to push you forward in a game and make you actually care about what you're doing, then no, Warframe isn't the game for you. You'll get bored of it too quickly. But if stat tweaking and acting like a ninja and fast-paced combat are enough for you, then yes, Warframe is your game so that you can do all of that online with your friends. It's on Steam right now in open beta. You can go download it for free as long as you like games like Mass Effect without the story, I think. I don't really know. Or traditional MMOs, but you also want a shooting aspect to your game. This has been Jay Wellington Romafiller, bidding you a good evening of good gaming.
Oh, and that's something else I forgot to mention. The music in this game is almost non-existent. It's basically just this, and some gunfire. It's like red steel. Anyway, if you want to check out some games with better music, here, we've got Chivalry right here, and we've got a Dungeonland review right there. Go check those out.